How long gone? A beautiful Sunday in New York City. The sun is shining. The leaves are green. How many cigarettes did you smoke yesterday?
Oh, me, 3 or 4 cigarette only.
Just 3 or 4. Yeah, that's light. It's honestly light work for you. I'm glad that you haven't succumbed to the pressures of the Parisian people.
Ooh, that's a nice triple P there. I have been a prickly Parisian person.
You've always been rude, so that you've taken that. You ran with that one. That's what they're the best at over there.
Yeah, they're very good at being rude, and they're also very good at accusing you of being rude. And it's like, hello. Because it sounds so good when they say it. How rude!
The pot kettle black.
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm in the land of uncircumcised dick and butter. That's so good, really good butter here.
Yeah, I'm sure I could tell the difference. I'm glad that
honestly.
I'm glad that you upgraded your Lime membership. Everything's going.
I didn't.
No, I'm joking.
Can you tell me more about what they offer? Because I'm considering it.
I don't know what they offer. I don't think it. I think it's like a. I think it's like a Uber One situation, or like a Air One membership where you pay a fee to get a discount. And the idea is that the discount beats the fee at the end of the year, which I do think encourages use. And also, obviously it's true depending on how much you use it.
Encourages use but they, just like a gym membership, they hope that you don't use it, so it's free money.
Exactly.
It also encourages Zone 2 cardio, which we all need more of, don't we, Chris?
I did some Zone 2. Don't worry about me. I was there this morning.
Third dubs
on my Zone 2.
A rare dub meaning 2 instead of a W. Wow. Who even are we? Yeah, it's funny, speaking of the Lime bikes. Carolyn and I were walking around this morning, and they have like the Lime bikes, but they also have like the bikes that are like competing bike rental companies. Like in New York, you got the City Bike, and that's about it, right?
Yeah, they've pretty much taken over the market.
But in European cities, they've got this is what the tourists ride, and this is what the plugged in locals ride, and it's kind of a nice distinction because it shows like who. If you're a driver and like who knows the way the city's flowing and working, and who is the out of towner who I have to look out for because they're riding the big green 300-pound electric motorcycle bicycle thingy, or is it the one where it's painted like some cool kind of subdued colors, like a How Long Gone Instagram post?
Unfortunately, all of the bikes are ugly, but the thing about Lime. You can truly leave it anywhere. Everything else, you got to dock. That's a pretty big difference.
Oh, the dock difference is huge.
I mean, the other option is you have your own bike and you carry around a lock. You wear it around your chest like it's fucking San Francisco in 2004, and you're trying to shoot a MASH compilation. But I don't know what else.
Like one Bismarcky.
I'm dealing with some bike stuff right now because they're doing this 5-borough ride thing today, and every idiot, is out on their bike with a helmet and all their little trinkets to ride. It's like... Dude, what do you do? If you live in New York, why on earth, if you don't have a child, why on earth would you do that? Like, I see the guys in the full map spandex with the fucking kit on, clipped in, to ride a fourth of the speed they usually ride, around 5. For what? Like, to fuck up everybody's day? I just don't understand what the point of that is if you live in New York. Like, I really don't get it. Like, you really want to go to Staten Island? Who gives a shit?
I got so excited when you said... I'm dealing with some bicycle-related trauma. I was like, oh, Chris finally up on 2 wheels. I like it. My brother is getting like me. And then now...
I'm trying to go, are they block off streets for this? Like, get a life.
You wouldn't get it, Chris. You
get a life.
The happiness level when I'm on 2 instead of my 2 feet, it honestly changed. Like, we were walking around for a couple hours this morning, just a little, sun's poking out, a little breeze, a little sprinkle, it's fine. And then, she went to go link up with Sandy and hit a local cafe. And I was like, cool, I'm going to go home and go to sleep. And then as soon as I hopped on the bicycle and started riding through the city, my frown was turned upside down. Everything as soon as I'm, like, if I'm walking around, I'm just like, this is stupid.
Well, in Paris, you need that. In Paris, I need anything to turn my frown upside down. I'm saying that riding a bike to get around is I would say the best, especially in a major metropolitan area, the absolute best way to get around. There's no question that it's the most efficient. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people getting their bike together to ride slowly in a pack across 5 boroughs. For what purpose, I don't know. That's what this is not a this is like fake community building. And then I saw Zoran on fucking New York 1 when I was on the treadmill. This little bitch has a tie on his bike. Like, bro, dude, we know you're the governor, and I know you're not going to ride all 5 boroughs, but you can. Come on, man. You could put on a t-shirt. You know what I mean? You can put on your DOS racist tee.
When you're doing the 5 borough fun run cruise, you're supposed to tie one on before.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get the Coors Lights ripping, and then you just kind of cruise around the city with your woes. You're not supposed to, put on the Drake's tie that you got for Christmas. From
He wishes
he was
in the. He's in the.
And
he's
ride
in
it
the
around.
skinny suit supply. He's in the skinny suit supply out there, fucking making it work.
It's gonna give Jehovah if he's doing that on a bicycle.
It gives like, sir, where are you going when you die type questions. I just don't understand. The whole thing is baffling to me. This happens because they do city streets, which is a similar thing where it's an inconvenience for everyone. It blocks entire streets, and people aren't. It's not even. I mean, I guess technically it's exercise, but I just don't know. I'm sure it's for charity. Maybe I don't know what the actual point is.
Okay.
But if you're a real bike person, it's crazy to me to participate in that.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, you mentioned the community building, and we do gripe about people creating communities that don't really exist in our definition of it. Would you rather these people all find like a Discord server about this, or is this a rare instance where the fake digital community, you would prefer that over this physical IRL community that encourages?
I don't think anyone's actually meeting people. I think you go there with your friend, you go there alone, and you ride your bike through the 5 boroughs, and you go home and tell your friends on Discord about it. Is what I think is happening.
I showed up with no pussy. I left with no pussy. That's
exactly.
The life of a cyclist.
Exactly. It's like going out in Bushwick. It's the same shit, man. It's the same shit.
Okay.
But yeah,
shooters shoot and riders ride. They say, please no pussy.
Please no. But anyway, I'm fine. I was able to wake up and watch Olivia Rodrigo on SNL. And everything from then has been downhill, Jason. You know how that goes.
Oh, okay. So like nothing is living up to what you experienced with the double host duty and musical guest.
No, I'm joking.
Okay,
I'm joking.
I was gonna ask you, is Aziz Ansari? Is Zohran Mamdani the second Indian that is bad at his job? Him and Kash Patel.
No, I think that...
And these are not my original thoughts. That's a reference to a joke that Aziz made on SNL last night. Okay.
It's cool to be able to play a character on television just because of your race and that you can bulge your eyes out. Like, it's pretty cool. It's honestly sick.
He pretty much got there.
Yeah, it's like, all right, get Aziz, put him in a suit. He's from the same country. He originates from the same country as the guy we're making fun of. He can bulge his eyes and he can read. Let's get him up there. But that's big for Aziz.
We also don't 100% know if he's from the same country. That's the dark part. There's 7 different countries where we would have been like, yeah, it works.
Well, of course. But I mean, Kash Patel. I think Kash Patel. The thing about Kash Patel is, even though he presents as Indian, he is like Florida. So you know what I mean? His love for America has superseded wherever his people actually hail from, which is a very strong thing to be able to do.
He's bilingual. He's down low Florida trade.
Like, to be able to be like, I'm so into like Brad Paisley that you think I'm from the Panhandle, even though I am not, is powerful.
I'd like to think that Kash Patel doesn't eat Indian food.
Oh, hell no.
I like to think that he finds it kind of disgusting.
No, unless they got Indian food at Five Guys, he ain't eating it. There ain't no way. Kash Patel hasn't had Indian food in 20 years. Until
the Five Guys biryani blaster meal, they haven't had that on the menu in some time.
They've kind of recalibrated away. It wasn't working. But yeah, I saw a tweet this morning that said, "Welcome back, Aziz. We've been waiting for you. There's nothing wrong with being bad at fingering or whatever it is you got in trouble for." So we got Aziz. We got Aziz back on. I mean, he's cold open, bro. He's back. It was honestly, it was nice to see. It was nice to see
fingering or whatever. Honestly, that did that little, welcome back, like kind of positive message almost did more damage than whatever he originally did, which was
definitely. Well, I think
I'm assuming take a girl to 4 horsemen and have a great convo.
I mean, I think
you're going to get a little kiss. Let me get a kiss.
The real problem with the Aziz thing is the website where the essay was posted, babe.net, no longer on the World Wide Web. So you have to go to the Wayback Machine to look at this. You know what I mean? It's like that's
Luckily, we've got a lot of archivists in our community.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can track that down.
Most of our archivists are unfortunately, it's Comme des Garçons and Catherine Hammett, but there are some people that work more in the online space as well.
No. You can buy an NFT of the Babe.com article. Don't worry. And
No, Jason. I want to be very clear. It's not .com. It's .net, which makes it diabolically worse somehow.
I love it. I love the .net so much, and I love that one day we're all like, wait a minute, it's okay if it's not .com. I don't have to spend $790,000 to get .com.
See, I disagree, actually. I think .com is sort of
like... Yeah, that's unk slop that you're trying to spew into my mouth.
It's worth it, though. I think .com, not worth $800,000, but I'm saying I think...
You're going to take this unk slop and you're going to like it, and I say, yes, sir.
Bro, if you had themjeans.xyz or something, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you already know that Squad had themjeans.info, and, I wasn't exactly sure how Media Temple works in terms of data transfers. I remember they sent me an invoice for like $7,000 one time because
you were hosting so many remixes. the fucking the remix.
No, the night where Daft Punk DJ'd at Cinespace, I had the foresight to bring in my little Zoom recorder, the very same one, not the exact one, but same that we record our podcast on. Plug that into the little DJ mixer, and I recorded the whole thing
without their consent. I'm sure you didn't tap on those helmets and ask any questions. You just plugged your shit in.
I didn't pay him or give him consent. Ran into the homie Brodinski last night. Shout out to my old homies.
You ran into Brodinski on this. It feels like France itself, weighing in it.
I got lucky. We'll get into that. I went on there, and it was like a 4-hour mix on, I just put it up there, and I was like, oh, these Z-Share media, it's a pain in the ass. I'm just going to throw it up, and I could just put it on the website, and then it'll drive traffic to themjeans.info. You know what I mean?
Of course. I mean, this is
how it works.
Yeah, you're Steve Jobs at this point. Yeah.
I'm feeling like Wozniak over here. This guy is killing it with the SEO. So
DJ Woz in the booth.
So this is and also I'm a DJ purist and audiophile, so I can't give them just the cheap little super compressed. This is for the audiophiles. This is a bunch of blacked out guys, redlining MP3 files that were made in 2004. We got to make sure that they have, high resolution. So all that is to say, I think like 78,000 people downloaded this mix from my Media Temple host, whatever, and they sent me a bill that was like $8,000, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait till you guys go out of business, and then they did.
Yeah, I'm not surprised knowing you what your tactic was to combat that. But
it was not to lawyer up and figure out a little
yeah, exactly. I'm glad that you made it out alive, and they didn't, because there's so many of those things. Any one of them would have gone out of business.
Honestly, whenever I'm like driving around, like the Bay Area, Portland, or Marina Del Rey, you see like one of those kind of faded laser cut Media Temple stickers on the back of someone's Subaru. I get a little chuckle to myself.
Of course, you made it out. You got it out. That's like when they hit you with the $50,000 medical bill, and you just tell them like, you got to find somebody else, bro. I ain't paying this.
You must got the wrong one today, bitch. Thank you for fixing my broken body. Thanks for piecing my leg back together.
And eventually they'll give up. Eventually everyone. But I told you the story about me and a few other people we know getting those threatening letters from like Backgrid and those companies that own all the paparazzi photos, and you'd get these emails for using a picture of Justin Bieber on Twitter in 2014, and they're like, we own that. You owe us $20,000. And then I had to pay.
Yeah.
I had to pay somebody, not crazy, like $1,000, but it's like they wouldn't go away. And I had a lawyer involved. Mm-hmm. And this has happened to other people we know, and they had to pay a lot more. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's funny. And it's so funny. What if they're like, hey, you cannot use this image unless you retweet us? Then it's totally fine.
Yeah,
we will settle out of court for a retweet.
The coolest part is I believe that they won't even if it's watermarked, I think you still, which is crazy.
Wow.
Like if you got a watermark, big bro, that's
Yeah.
I mean, that's you.
You either pay or you mark. You don't do both.
You can't do both. Exactly. But I think it's one of those things that it feels like a phishing scam. Like it feels fake when you get
predatory, yeah.
It feels fake, but I think this is like a full-time. I mean, I think this is the kind of thing you can make a fortune doing because if you get, there's so many people illegally, quote unquote, using these images that if half of them pay you $1,000, you're making millions. It's like you have a full-time lawyer. This is their only job. It's a pretty good racket.
In 18 months from now, it's just going to be AI clients from Backgrid and AI clients from Done to Death just
fighting.
Quietly fighting nonstop. You never have to know about it. They never have to know about it.
My favorite,
you win some, you lose some.
My favorite version of this is the thing in California where if they have to pay you, I can't remember exactly what it is, but legally as a freelancer, they have to pay you within 10 days or something of submitting the invoice. Like,
oh, really?
Basically, no one ever pays the invoice in this amount of time, and you can legally sue them and win. And we know people that have made quite a lot of money doing that.
So you're saying that Cali don't play with the net 30?
No, like a lawyer will get in touch with you and be like, hey, I noticed you've worked with XYZ brands. Like, I know they pay late. Have they paid you late? And you're like, yeah, actually, yeah. All of these giant mall brands have paid me late. Like, let's go after it. You get your 10%. Because it's free bands. It's like, yeah, if this works, it works. If it doesn't, no sweat off my back because I'm not paying the lawyer. He's coming to me.
And also, it's guilt-free, robbing from the rich, taking, giving to the poor. You're coming for Target and Walmart. You're not coming for Eckhouse Latte.
No. You're not putting
the table tennis hat.
Callie Meyer out of business. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting. It is though. It's like there's a lot of this stuff that like if you just pay attention, there's bread to be made. Unfortunately, we're the little guy in this situation usually.
Yeah.
So
well. Maybe we should, that could be a good How Long Gone angle for us where we go legal. Have you or anyone been affected by Mad Happy not paying your net 90 on time? Just come for
exactly.
Have you worked with Chinatown Market and they didn't pay, they paid you 32 days instead of 30?
I know you worked at Rocky's Matcha Pop-Up. Did they pay you? Because
No, Rocky's is an ally. I don't want to take their money.
No, I'm joking. I don't
want to take their green.
Okay. I saw an ad yesterday walking around New York, wheat pasting for a matcha liqueur that is dropping. And I was literally...
Oh, no. Well, I mean, I'm kind of back.
Stopped me in my tracks, though. I literally stopped and was like, am I seeing this correctly? Like, am I reading this correctly? Because, I mean, I feel like matcha's invaded our treats. It's invaded our cups. Like, where does it end? Is there matcha lube? Is Emily Oberg working on matcha lube? Is there like what is there matcha hair care? Like, do we have a matcha hold gel? Like a hold, you know what I mean? Like, where does it stop? Is it only edible? I guess is my question. Or do you think the scent of matcha could be anything?
Well, I mean, like you said, I mean, I'm still laughing about they've invaded our treats.
Bro, nothing. I mean, I don't mind.
You said a lot of funny stuff after that. That was still funny.
I don't mind a matcha
But when
treat,
you said the matcha scent, because all we're thinking about now, matcha is basically, we're factoring all the senses.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at, the sight of matcha is the biggest selling factor because the flavor is down low. The vision of it doesn't sound very good. The flavor is not so good. The smell is maybe worse than the flavor.
But when you're walking around with that Kermit in your cup, people see it.
All that is to say, it's one of the only foods where the visual display of it, the status symbol,
you're right, actually,
outweighs the product itself. It's like, this is not enjoyable to me, but I want to get, I get a little kick. I get a little caffeine hit off of people being like, they're drinking something green. That's nice.
I think that women drink matcha and carry it around partly because they think it makes them hotter. Yeah. They're treating it like an accessory because it's been branded a hot chick beverage because men obviously can't drink it. So it's if a woman's drinking it, I think it's like, oh, this is like a new bag. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This is an accessory to me.
Like, oh, you drink your caffeine ritual is brown. Oh.
Well, it's also like but the other beverage I would say that says something very different, but it still says something is when you see somebody with the 32-ounce Dunkin' that's 60% creamer. I think that's the time. I think that's the only other time when a beverage speaks such volumes. In the caffeine space, like Diet Coke with lime is a different thing. That's whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice right now. The Dunkin' where the coffee is more creamer and sugar than actual whatever. That is like one of the only examples of like America fighting back towards matcha. Like it would take something like that to defeat matcha.
Maybe I should, in protest, do I become a Dunkin' guy just out of spite for matcha? Can I go that? Because when I'm thinking about matcha, we need to talk to a barista. Any baristas, if you work at a 5-star coffee place that has to offer matcha, and you want to come talk to How Long Gone, let us know, because I want to know how annoying.
We'll blur
it is.
your voice. We'll the whole
exactly.
digitize everything.
We'll make sure your boss at La Cabra doesn't know. But what is how awful must it be when you are slammed on a Saturday, lying out the door, and you got to whip out a whisk instead of fucking pulling the cold brew tap? What a nightmare that must. They should have upped the salaries for all of these baristas once matcha became something they had to do. It's a totally different task.
Maybe it is like a humiliation ritual of like, hey, this matcha, this macadamia matcha is going to be $14.75, but you're going to pay for it because you get to watch me in my little cuck whisk, with a line around the corner, people breathing down my neck. You get to watch me have a small panic attack as I, quietly whisk. But I think places like that, most matcha outlets have sort of batched out their matcha juice concentrate.
Sure, of course, but still, that's so much more work. That's so much more.
It is.
But I think some places don't.
Well, now they got to do the cold foam humiliation ritual.
The ultimate. I think some places don't. I think you're right. But I think other places don't because they want it. They want the visual of the wit. They want the customer to see the whisking. Otherwise, it feels like it's Walmart matcha.
It's part of the show. It's like when you go look at the SUVs, in the other corner of the lot, and they got the little rock thing set up where you get to ride the ride your X5 up on. I can go off road.
I can go off road. I can go off road in this G wagon. I've never seen anyone do it, but I'm sure you can. I've never seen that.
I go bouldering in the orange, in the Hermes orange 1990 G wagon that cost me $147,000.
Sometimes I go. The desert has rocks, so sometimes I run over some.
I bought it off of Simi Hayes. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of. I'm going up to J Tree and see if I can.
No, this is Fi's personal color. Like he picked the Pantone. So I did get upcharged for this a little bit.
He didn't invent it, but he developed it closely with our color specialists. Actually, speaking of coffee, that did remind me that as soon as I immediately touched down in Paris, grabbed a little coffee for the car ride. It's an hour to the hotel or whatever from the airport. And then, let me get 2 cold brews from Starbucks straight into the paper cup.
No.
But it's like the recycled paper cup, so you can kind of feel it
disintegrating while you
can feel it decomposing in your hands. But also that's still better than London when you go and get an iced coffee and they're like, oh, we ran out. We only make 4 a day, like it's their fucking heritage breed pork.
It's the only place you can get cold brew in London if it is with my Muslim homies for $25 in Mayfair because they don't drink, or at fucking Blank Street. So you choose your poison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they're both poison.
I'm kicking it with my bros talking about the new Bentley rims if I have to choose. You know what I mean? If I have to choose. But you got to go to Dreamin' Man. Dreamin' Man's the only good coffee in Paris. It really is the only. It's unbelievable product. Great pastries.
How matcha-y is this place? Scale of 1 to 10.
No. It's like serious coffee shit. I mean, you can get matcha, of course, but it's like serious coffee shit. It's
1 to 10. How matcha-y is it?
I don't think of it like that. I'm gonna say 5. I mean, I'm sure they have Rocky's matcha. Do not get me wrong, but I'm just saying that it doesn't feel matcha first like a lot of places do now. I would say.
So, would me walking around with the Dreamin' Man uniquely shaped plastic cup with the matcha inside of it, is that a status symbol of me walking around, or do I look like a punter?
I don't know the answer to that question. I mean, I think you're going to look like a punter no matter what, because no matter how many cigarettes you smoke, you're still, distinctly American.
Mm-hmm.
But
but I'm the good kind of American that they're interested in, bro.
Yeah, that's what you think.
I'm still fascinating to them.
They're fascinated with getting us out of there. That's what they're fascinated with. They're fascinated with getting your ass back to Charles de Gaulle and on a plane.
I was really curious how I could get you to leave the area that you're in right now.
So the Marais, it's not really for you, okay? Just to be clear. No, I think that I was joking about how bad the coffee was in Italy, and people got mad at me. They're like, "Oh no, it's just bad in France." And I'm like, "No, it's bad in both, guys. Let's keep it 100. Let's not fight." The girls are fighting.
Well, you can say the girls are fighting. You can say that it's not your favorite but you can't say it's the best. It's all subjective, Chris.
Oh well, sure. I know it is, but that's not really how I talk. You know.
I mean, just like last night, I ate I went to a place called Freddy's. Just had a little glass of wine and some, small nibbles, and I had the house cornichon, loudest cornichon I've ever had in my life. Take a bite out of that little thing. My eyes are tears are welling up. It was so loud.
I didn't know those could get I didn't know. Is it like a fermentation process? Was there some sort of additional toppings?
I mean, maybe their fermentation got skunked a little bit. Who knows? It was turning into a little fucking cornichon kombucha.
You don't think this was on purpose?
No, it may be on purpose. Just like this, some places you're like, the spicy mustard, quote unquote. It's a spectrum of heat levels depending on who you're talking to.
I've watched hot ones before. I've watched hot ones before.
You know that, yeah. You know the spectrum of all the Scoville scale.
Of course.
I don't need to bore you with those details.
Of course. So you're saying it was,
but it was cool. Like a thing where I'm like, oh, cornichon in France. Wow, we have pickles too. We have cornichon too. I've had it 1,000 times, whatever. And you eat it, and you're like, damn, bro, it really is just different.
That is something I never ever want to eat ever in my life.
You're not a pickle hunter?
No, pickles are gross. Those are gross. I know they're cuter, in shape, but well, I'm glad. I like that you go to France and you turn back into like a wine guy, because that's sort of the, obviously that's the motherlands.
When in Rome.
So you have no choice.
Yeah, something about like I feel like I don't want to drink martinis here. I when I'm here, I feel like I want to have wine. I have a glass of champagne, at the beginning, and then get the wine flowing. I don't know why. It's just like the suit feels better here when it's wine time.
Well, yeah, I know, because it's not being explained to you by a guy in a cropped T-shirt with fucking big jeans on.
When it's like because in America, like we got the red, we got the white, we got the orange. Which one do you want? Dumb shit. And then it's a real gamble. But in France, they say the same thing, but it's always all good. Like everything that they've chosen is good and correctly priced.
You're telling me when you're sitting on a sidewalk in downtown LA that the guy in Doc Martens isn't serving you the best product you've ever had in your life? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and it costs $20 less per glass, not per bottle, per glass.
That's also interesting. Okay, so you're saying it's
25 in LA and it's 5 here in Paris.
Well, I'm finally finding an upside to Paris, but I can't necessarily participate. But I'm glad to know that. But
I think the consumption style is different here. Where like in LA, have like 2 martinis for the night. You're good. Have a couple cigs. You're good. Whatever. And you kind of pace it out because it's so strong. You kind of have to put it on a little IV drip, or else you're gonna get too faded. But in Paris, glass after glass, cigarette after cigarette, you're consuming the same amount of whatever alcohol, but you're just doing it on a slow drip throughout the entire night. I don't know if they're just more anxious or whatever, and they got to keep on smoking, drinking.
No, they're alcoholics.
Also that part, yes.
Their culture. Also, they're not driving home. I think that's a big. I think that's also. It really allows you to get twice as wasted. I mean, New York is the same thing. Like there's no chance you're ever driving home, so you're getting twisted.
Yeah, you never have to do that mental math of like, all right, if I take Forest Lawn and I close one eye, I think I can get her home.
My question to you is, Forest Lawn, if I was a cop, why wouldn't I just sit there? It's a great for speeding. It's great for speeding. It's such a direct vein to connect parts of town.
You know how many times I've thought this while driving drunk on that street? But yeah, if I'm not driving drunk on that street, I am going
as fast as possible.
30 over the speed limit.
As fast as possible. It's so fun to go fast on that street.
The Nuremberg track, but not a single time have I seen a cop anywhere, hidden or just driving, using it. And I think it's a common agreement with the residents of LA and the police department that it's like, if you know, like real heads respect Forest Lawn. You got to take the lawn. That's on you. That's your business. Do what you got to do over there. I'm not going to pop you for a Dewey or a speeding, but you crashed the fucking Panamera. Don't call 911 either. You got to call your cousin,
sure.
Like
if you crash the whip on Forest Lawn, you can't call for help. But you got to call your family.
I mean, you can call somebody else, but you can't use like the municipal
anything that taxpayers fund. You can't call.
Yeah. And I will extend it too. You're whipping that fucking whipping the Celica around the turn 4 and you pop a tire, we're not calling AAA. We're calling our Korean cousin to come over with the spare, and you're going to do it yourself.
Get your hands
and
dirty.
And everybody I know would be okay with that deal.
I think that is a fair deal.
Of course, if you roll the fucking Land Cruiser, we'll get a crane out. I'm not going to make you, gather up 12 of your hunkiest friends to flip it over.
My Korean cousin doesn't have access to a crane, unfortunately. So gotta go above and beyond to get the crane.
Well, it's funny because he probably does.
You're not calling the right cousin, bro. You have a lot of cousins. You have a lot of cousins.
Your cousin owns the crane company, and they're doing quite well.
They're doing really well. They found a niche. There's been a lot of Noah Kahan talk this week. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah, this morning Carolyn said, "Who is Noah Kahan?" And I said, he's kind of like Hosier. He's like our Hosier a little bit.
He's like if Hosier was from Vermont.
Yeah.
He's kind of funny on Twitter, which is a surprise.
I agree with that. I think he'd do like if he did How Long Gone,
it would be great.
I think he would do well. Just like how Hosier, like you're like, oh, motherfucker can kind of talk. He's kind of nice with it.
No, I know Kahan, but what's interesting is that he's sort of, this record is huge. It's like the numbers are crazy. It came in number 1 in the UK, and he got a like relatively positive Pitchfork review, which is very surprising, I think, for what this is.
I agree.
But I can't
be like Jason Mraz getting an 8.3.
I can't really wrap my head around. I need to like really listen to it. But I know he was on a Zach Bryan song a while ago, and it was good. But he was just, kind of singing whatever. He sang a verse and like harmonies. I don't really know what his music sounds like besides the stomp clap hit. This is all very like Lumineers core. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm a little surprised at the acceptance. I'm always just surprised what gets accepted sometimes. Like this does not feel like something that should be this big. He wears overalls and is like barefoot and has like hair down to his ass that he braids. You know what I mean? He wears pigtails.
But he's also good looking.
No.
Enough? No.
I mean, he's fine looking. I don't think anyone would call him good looking.
Okay.
I really I'm saying that from someone that's coming from the same place.
Is he giving fuckable? In some photos yes, in some photos no. He does have a little Native American coworker energy to him.
He's definitely there are definitely chicks that work in Maine for the summer that would love to have sex with this guy. You know what I mean? But like overall, I don't think that's his appeal.
Look, he's got his angles. I'm about to I looked at a lot of photos where he like you said, he's wearing overalls and his hair's in pig ties and he's like doing a song with Elmo. And then I just sent you this photo right now where he's fucking
Jason, that photo is 15 years old. That photo ain't current.
But I'm saying that means if this man existed at one point looking like that, he has had things done to him and his body that will affect the confidence for the rest of his life.
Let me tell you who. I mean, yeah. When the chick from your camp that didn't shave her underarms wants to give you top behind the kayaks, sure.
No.
Yeah, no, bro. This guy, don't act like he's pulling like that. Don't do that, bro. He ain't pulling like that.
I'm just saying, if you play music, you have a voice that's got some honey in it, and you looked like that at one point. You're beating him off with a patchouli scented stick.
You're beating him off. You're beating him off.
You just wake up and a Kim Cattrall type is servicing you.
No, bro, you're absolutely wrong. This is a chick that wears Nayot sandals and fucking natural fabrics and like hasn't washed her.
What's a
some other Birkenstocks.
Hasn't washed her what, Chris? Are you saying her pussy microbiome is not 99.9%?
I'm not talking about the 0.1% of biome, bro. You know I'm not talking about that. I would never bring that up here. I'm just saying that I think he was beating him off with a patchouli stick, with a rain stick, but I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was violently attacked by these women trying to engulf his penis with their mouth, but it sounded beautiful with the way that rain stick sang.
I'm talking. It's the kind of chicks that would camp out for a Dave Matthews show. I don't think it's what you're talking.
Look,
I don't think it's a girl. For all my Atlanta residents, it's a chick that worked at Junkman's daughter. They'll know what I mean by that.
Okay.
They'll know what I mean by that.
Okay.
That's all. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy that any music that is made by a real person with a guitar is doing this well. That's all I care about. I don't care if it's for me or not. Every time I see this, I'm happy that it's not John Summit.
Is this man the John Summit of folk music? And I'm about to send you an image. Look at the headline of this editorial. It's going to really be...
Well, that's the name of his album. It's called Stick Season. That's the name of it.
That's the name of his album.
Yeah, that was the name of his album.
That should be a fucking Drake record.
But look at this. But look at
Stick
this.
season.
I mean, yeah, look, he looks pretty good in these pictures, but it's him with 2 dogs in the woods, and they're carrying sticks around, and it's crazy what this is. It's crazy what this promotes.
Yeah, this is Man of the Woods, and if a woman sees a guy with 2 dogs that respect his authority, and he can squat, core health is good.
This sounds like you're talking about yourself, but your dogs are a lot smaller than these dogs.
No.
These dogs
I mean, maybe in the subconscious, it's very possible. But that's not what I was shooting for.
Actually, honestly, Jason, that picture you sent me where he's got the long hair and the beard is not dissimilar from TJ at Cinespace. Maybe he's 15 pounds lighter. But I'm just saying, I'm just seeing something here.
Okay, I'm conning out.
His stick is a Martin. Your stick is a CD Logic case full of French remixes. It's something. I've seen the similarities between Noah Kahan and them jeans are not something I never thought I would see, but you've made them very apparent. Mm-hmm. You've done this to yourself.
Damn.
Okay.
So like if him and I fucked, it would be an Ibanez acoustic guitar.
Exactly.
For the true heads. That one is
it's a purple headstock. It's limited, but that
one's for Morby.
Yeah, that's for Morby. Morby's listening. I would love to talk to Morby about Noah Kahan. I just don't I'm surprised at the popularity of this, but I'm happy overall, but I'm just wondering what the end game is for this guy.
It sounds like a lot of money, success, and fame. There's a Vulture article.
Yeah.
Noah Kahan on Olivia Rodrigo's connection to Stick Season. So this guy's like, all right, Olivia Rodrigo, huge star. I'm just gonna like write an album, as if I was the guy that she was singing about, and then boom, profit, right?
Profit. Olivia had Wise Blood singing backups last night.
Yeah, and she had Hillary Clinton on rhythm guitar.
Hillary Clinton hates her husband so much she'll play rhythm guitar for Olivia Rodrigo when she's never picked up a guitar in her life.
Oh, the chords are easy. I could do 2 songs.
Super easy.
It's funny. We were watching it this morning. That's a good bill. We were watching it this morning, and I was like, "Damn, guitar player on the left kind of looks like Hillary Clinton." And Carolyn had a little laugh, and then song 2 comes around, and she's like, wait a minute, she does look a lot like Hillary Clinton. Like, the joke is true.
Let me tell you something. If you're trying to get an all-female band right now, one of them's going to look like Hillary Clinton. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are if that's what you're trying to do.
Oh, you want keys too? Yeah, you're going to get a Hillary. I'm sorry.
Because I think her band was I think full band, all women, which I respect the move, but you're going to get a Hillary in there.
I want to know, how come not all women in her age range? Like when you see the pop star live band performance, you see a lot of guitar players that are also in their early 20s maybe. How come she went for some older studio head? She's an old soul, isn't she?
I mean, I'm sure she would say that. I wonder actually, because I think it does feel like there's a limited pool of absolute killers, and it's not like you need to be a killer to play Olivia Rodrigo songs, but I feel like I would be going on looks first and skill second, only because this is not extremely complicated music.
Yeah, because also it's we can just play the backing track, and we don't really need to know that you aren't playing those synth lines. We can't see your fingers on the Nord.
I bet Olivia makes them play the real shit. I bet she makes them. I bet there's.
Oh, absolutely.
I bet she wants it to feel real.
Look, if I'm gonna get a bunch of 41-year-old heifers out here, you're gonna have to. There's going to be no mistakes.
No, we can't make a mistake. Not on live TV.
Mm-hmm.
The city's getting ready for the Met Gala, Jason. People are so mad at Jeff Bezos. It's honestly, the level of hatred for Jeff Bezos is really hitting fever pitch here in Manhattan.
He became a donor, and now people are worried that his stink is on the gala.
Yeah, because he's the first bad guy who's given money to go to sit at a table at the Met Gala. I mean, he's the first one.
I wonder, that's kind of interesting that right after Jeff Bezos, makes a sizable donation to the costume board or whatever, 2 months later, you got the article, hey, we actually have enough money to go independent now all of a sudden. We've been saving up all the money for the last 10 years, but last year we got a nice little bump, so we don't need y'all anymore.
I think Bezos, look, if your chick wants to go to shit like this and you're Bezos, like, happy wife, happy life. I'm going to break off. Let me give you 10. Let you hold 10.
It's
Costume Institute Gala, hold 10.
It ain't tricking if you got it. If you're like, damn, imagine buying Condé Nast just for some pussy. And Jeff's like, bet, I'll do it. You want ATM, Amex,
yeah, no problem.
Apple Card? What do you want?
It's actually cheaper than my yacht, so this is working out for me. I just don't. I mean, people are so mad about it, and like he had a party last night, or she had a party last night, and it was like, I think people are. It feels like some people are like crossing the picket line to go to like a Bezos hosted event.
It's like all y'all who went to the NOMA pop up in Silver Lake, we see you.
I just don't know what people like. Obviously, this is not important to any regular person because it's a complete, it's like celebrities getting dressed up. It doesn't feel like real life to most people, but they love to consume the content, obviously. But I just don't know where this kind of money can only come from a few places. You know what I mean? And it's like you got the Sacklers, you got Bezos, and you got Middle East. So what do we like? What's pick your poison? Pick your poison. It's all going to be bad. So I don't know what your plan is, but it's all going to be bad.
Yeah, it's very like we've been talking a lot about balls and ballrooms and them being Trump coded, Republican coded. Is it, the left has the gala and the right has the ball. Because the left has the shame, they can't just have a ball. It has to be, for something, a charity or something.
I would say balls are often for charity too. Maybe not.
I don't know. I think a gala, it really has the stink of, donation and, fundraising. And a ball seems like more of a, unabashed celebration.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me started on Baby2Baby, LA's fakest gala. One of my absolute.
What's that?
I think it's called Baby2Baby. That's the one that all the influencers go to. It's like it's
sounds like a brand of something where I have to buy my niece-in-law, like a new fucking like headband for when you're eating Cheerios so they don't spill in the car. It's Baby2Baby's neoprene is washable.
American 501 nonprofit organization that provides diapers, formula, clothing, other basic necessities for children in poverty. And then you look at
the diapers are made by babies. Unfortunately, it is a Baby2Baby.
But it's like Dear Media buys a table. You know what I mean? It's like it's that vibe.
Okay.
It's I can't even begin to describe. It's like a funny, like you see all the info. Like Chrissy Teigen gets an award at this shit. You know what I mean? It's like that kind. It's that
for her work in the baby space.
All women listening will know about the Baby2Baby Gala.
Okay.
All women will know.
Ladies, is it hot that I don't know about it?
I mean, it's kind of.
Can I be a fucking straggit and not know about Baby2Baby? Something to think about.
I'm embarrassed to know about it, but here we are. It wouldn't be the first time I'm embarrassed to know something.
I wanted to ask you. You're an international traveler. When we were checking into our hotel and got the little room tour, lay of the land, clicker here, whatever.
I don't let them do that. But yeah, go ahead.
Really? Do you just say I'm straight?
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I know how to use a hotel room.
But some hotel rooms have like a little thing, like just to let you know. Like for example, the little card on the back of the door with like the fire emergency info and like call 911. Don't use, that thing that's like plastic on the back of the door. That's where the Wi-Fi password was printed, not anywhere on the card or the key card.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and I'm.
So that's an example where they're like, hey, just to let you know. The Wi-Fi password is on the back of this.
But what I'm saying to you is you can tell me that at the front desk when you give me the key. You don't need to come into my room and be like, here's how the remote control works. The real crime that's going on, Jason, is the room service menu being on the TV now at every hotel. Yeah. That shit is so fucking stupid. And I don't know, because Europe loves Italy especially loves a QR code still.
Yeah.
And it feels, printing a room service menu, the amount of money that is spent on that is so, I just don't understand what corner we're cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want you in my room. I don't want you explaining anything. I can handle my own luggage. I don't want any help. Once I have the key and you have my credit card, don't talk to me again.
Okay.
Until I need something, of course. Until I call down.
Yes, of course, Mr. Black. We understand. Yeah, okay. Well, we were getting the tour, and we were in the bathroom, and he goes, "This is an Italian-style bathroom." Have you ever heard that? And do you know what he means by that? There's one unique signifier that the hotel bathroom has.
What was the bath mat fake off-white? What makes it Italian? Is there an ashtray next to the toilet? Like, what makes it Italian?
Yeah, it was an off-white flannel.
Yeah, like what? Literally, is it? Just hella marble?
The one thing that it had that other hotel bathrooms don't have typically. I've maybe seen it once or twice in my entire life, which would be funny if it was an Italian-style bathroom. It had a scale.
I don't think Italians weigh themselves. I don't think Italians know how to count.
I think they know how to count. They have scales that say the number for you, so you don't have to read it.
Good point.
But I'd like to think that Italian people are more conscious of their weight and their body than, many other countries. Maybe not France, but
I would disagree. I would disagree completely. The way that I think thing about
Italian people stay snatchy.
Yeah, but that's not because they're weighing themselves. It's because they like their lifestyle is
because they have
different.
cigarette for dinner.
Yeah, like I think it's a lifestyle difference. I think I'm not gonna buy into the fucking Maha influencer. I eat pasta for a week in Italy and I'm skinnier than when I eat Erewhon in LA shit. But there's some truth to that if you grew up there and lived there.
Yeah, does it just mean like the bathroom is sexy and has dark wood or something like that? I don't know.
Can see through. No, so you're saying to me they said Italian style bathroom and the only thing that you're noticing that's different is there's a scale.
Yes.
There's no other
No, got a sink, got a toilet, got a shower.
I was hoping maybe they had the La Marcoso in the bathroom. You know what I mean? So you could kind of have the espresso going while the shower's heating up or something.
There was an Emporio Armani ashtray. No, okay. I just Googled it. AI says an Italian-style bathroom is defined by luxurious, high-quality materials used with minimalist aesthetics.
Okay, that's
with
fake.
a focus on
that's
creating a
fake.
spa-like, sophisticated, durable space.
Okay.
So it's saying like the shit is baller. It is like a very nice like burgundy-colored marble his and hers sink. Like it looks nice. So it's saying it's like baller ingredients, but it's not like this crazy like grand,
Yeah.
Trump ballroom style bathroom where you feel a little.
Being in a hotel room in Paris that has 2 sinks is a victory in itself because those things are so fucking small.
Merci.
So
the room is not huge, but
it's like
it's perfectly sized.
It's some touch both walls. If I stretch my arms out,
if my wife wasn't here, it'd be parfait.
Exactly. That's how it always is. I gotta upgrade because this bitch got a check bag.
She loves it. The no full length mirror is the only problem. But
I don't know if that's cool.
You gay if you worry about that.
I like that Italian style bathroom just means nice. I think you could just say nice, especially if you're not in Italy.
It means quiet luxury.
I mean, sure. Whatever. I just everybody's a liar. What are we even talking about? Like what the fuck are you even talking about?
Okay, so you were talking about why is the Noah Khan so big, and it was reminding me of the geese bots, fabricated following where it's like why is everyone talking about this? Why are people who are normally not talking about this kind of thing talking about this? And it makes you suspicious of it. The Young Lean video directed by Emrata's man kind of seems like it's getting the geese bot treatment. Have you noticed this?
Haven't watched it. I've avoided it completely.
Okay.
I'm sure it's cool, but the way but you're right. I mean, the Noah Khan thing, the difference is there's numbers to back it up. Like this guy's coming in #1 everywhere, selling like 400,000 hard copy. Like that's serious.
Mm-hmm.
I think that video, is the song good? I've heard the song isn't good.
It's not for me. Shout out to Sirkin who produced it, another French homie. But yeah, it's not my fave.
People have only talked about the video, is what I'm trying to say. I haven't heard nothing about the song.
And everyone's saying like, why have I seen like 400 tweets from like Silicon Valley Twitter bots talking about how like the movement coach and the choreo work is like groundbreaking.
I mean, but it is good, right?
It is, yeah. It's cool looking and it is good.
This is my problem now. Is that every time something is good and people are talking about it, it's going to be questioned as like who paid the agency to juice this? Where it's like, well, maybe it's just good. But I mean, I don't know.
It's very similar to the Nepo baby argument.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, like, well, I do my marketing DIY style, like organic style, like I do it.
But don't people?
But like I did it natty. It's like, oh, you're doing performance enhancing marketing, or you're not.
But I also think that people are, from what I understand, as someone who's not, I was never like a young lean head. He's very, very popular. That whole thing is much more popular than I even realize.
Yeah,
especially online.
He has a rabid following.
Yeah, especially online. So it's
all
like,
over the world.
As far as people that this would happen to, he feels pretty likely. Even if they do juice it a little bit, this is more like the geese thing is less likely than this. You know what I mean? If you really want to break it down.
Yeah, and I guess the director having the Emrata connection and him.
No, dude, he's a legend. His dad's a legend. No, it's like I mean, it's sick. Like, it's cool that they did it, and I'm sure the video is great, and I'll watch it. But I sort of like, this is one of those things that I avoided because I was like, I don't care about this. I've seen too much stuff about it. What even? No, it's not like I don't have 3 minutes. I'll tell you that. I could have made it work.
Let's talk about Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, R.I.P. It's really crazy that happened so fast. It's like basically like you have a flight tomorrow and you can't take it type shit.
Yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago, Friday, we pulled up to the airport, at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and I looked on my phone and I was like, oh shit, Spirit Airlines is going to close soon. And then I walked in, we were checking our bags, and I was like, are you guys going to throw Spirit Airlines a going away party? And then everyone started laughing, and then obviously it spread very fast in the airport. But I think everyone experienced every emotion about it and every thought about it. They felt all the Spirit feelings in a period of like 12 hours, where it normally takes like a week to sort of build out all the jokes and angles and takes around it.
I don't think it's a surprise, but I wonder if that opens up the market. Like, I wonder if somebody's going to introduce or really push a new low-cost carrier to fill that void.
Who's going to jump in the ring for the diffusion line airline that's going to keep everything in check?
Yeah, like Delta, United, American could do a diffusion line. I'm sure there's like whatever, one of these like budget European airlines could come to America. I just wonder, or maybe there isn't. Maybe the reason Spirit's going out of business is the gap is smaller than we think.
Yeah, people are saying that like the reason everyone's complaining about airline prices as soon as Spirit goes away, like the one thing that sort of like affects the spectrum of pricing, when that goes away, you're going to really see what fucking United and Delta can do with the price tag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's going to affect the entire industry negatively in some way. Besides, I mean, not the comedic industry, because Spirit people really be getting their jokes off about Spirit. But
yeah, do you think that Frontier is like, damn, I've been waiting for this moment my whole fucking life?
Somebody has to capitalize on it. It feels like a pretty obvious thing to do, but maybe the data isn't there.
And also, why can't you do like I made a diffusion line joke, but why can't there be Mark Jacobs, but why can't Delta just do the little, the lower level shit too?
Because I think that I know I agree. I think
they're already giving us paper plates in the lounge. So what's next, y'all?
Once they do main basic, why don't you just go main Spirit? You know what I mean? Make it even cheaper. You got a board. While the plane's taking off. I
saw Main Spirit open for Turning Point, Brooklyn, 89.
It's got to be. You got to like. It should be the cheapest ticket. It's a race to board last. You know what I mean? It's 10 people. They're sprinting. Whoever doesn't make it doesn't make it.
Buying a ticket doesn't guarantee a seat.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You're like, so you mean like a seat number? And you're like, no. You have to race for it.
What's the movie where they went to the island and hunt? They realized they were getting hunted. You know what I'm saying? You're like the people were hunting you with iced tea. That's what this could be. It could be that kind of vibe where it's like you are gotta.
You talking about The Hunger Games?
It's not The Hunger. No, it was a movie. It was like a '90s movie where they went to an island and then half the people realized they were being hunted and the other half were doing the hunting.
Right. That was
it came up this
most
week.
Dangerous game.
The most dangerous game. Yeah, one of Katie's texts brought it up this week, and I was like, oh yeah, I actually a movie I've seen.
One of the 11 flicks I've actually caught. Most Dangerous Game.
Do you think there's any man out there that's not going to be forced to see the Devil Wears Prada 2? Do you think is there any man that can avoid it?
I was thinking about this because when we were on the plane, Carolyn texted me like, damn, they got Wuthering Heights on here. And I was reminded of when that came out and she mentioned, wanting to see it. And I was like, that's all you and your girls. Like, I am not going to be in the theater with you guys fucking gooning out for an hour and a half. I'm straight. But then Devil Wears Prada comes around and that seems a little more, I'm able to include my bisexual partner. in this matter.
I think so too.
Like if I was like a Jason Kelsey type, then nah, leave me at home. But since like I'm kind of T, it's gonna be fine.
If I was a Jason Kelsey type, I mean, I don't care about seeing it at all. But I feel like,
come on,
I don't remember the first one. I don't remember anything about it. Like, I'm sure I've seen it.
It doesn't matter if you don't remember the first one.
But people are trying to say it's like, oh, it's actually a real cutting look at the dying media industry. I'm like, is it though? Like, we'll see about that. I mean, I think you guys want to make it. I think people want it to be good so bad that it's going to be good. Like the performance, you know what I mean?
It's no one that thinks it's going to be fucking Chinatown or whatever. Like it's you're the base level for it is like sloppy.
No, but I think people
like
want
a dumb thing.
No, I think people think it's going to be like actually, or it's that I've heard some chatter like actually it's very cutting and intelligent take on the downfall of media. You know, which is
okay.
I'm sure if they can sneak that in, it's like putting fucking spinach in dessert. You know, if they can fit it in, because this shit is not for
that's for people who like watching takes more than watching films.
Well, that's everybody. So I don't know what I don't know what they're gonna do about all that now.
Look, fellow lovers of cinema, they get it. Okay,
I mean,
check me out on Letterboxd.
They're gonna do it's gonna do fucking numbers. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mainly want to see it to see like how much of a fag scent BJ Novak does.
I saw him,
or if he keeps it straight.
I saw him the other night. I was like, "How much are you in this movie?" And he was like, "More than you would think."
Yeah, I think he's getting it more than we would think. Like,
well, he's like a Bezos. He's like an evil billionaire. Is his character, which is pretty fun to do. I feel like that's a great.
BJ needs to play only villains for the rest of his career.
I know, write children's books and be a villain is a nice dichotomy of a career. That's like a really cool.
Get you a girl who can do both.
That's a real cool 1-2 punch. But yeah, I'm sure I'll see it eventually. I just it feels like something to go to the theater to see that and get your fake Birkin popcorn bag and the whole. You know, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. But I saw that Marty Supreme's on the plane too now already, which seems fast.
It does seem fast.
But Wuthering Heights is much more recent, but it's a different kind of movie, I guess.
It's just interesting because like it went from being sex sells to having a take and an opinion and thoughts on this thing sells better, you know? Like before it'd be like, hey, we got two really hot people, Margot Robbie and fucking this Australian fucking hunk, and they're just gonna like kind of finger each other for 2 hours. That would be lines around the corner in the 80s and 90s. You know, that's Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
But now it's like, but the fact that nobody needed to have a take about it because nothing happens. Hot people are hot. But when it's like, I need to know what the take is on, you know, the Taylor Swift documentary or Devil Wears Prada. Like once it gets into that thing where it's like you feel left out and you're not a part of the zeitgeist if you don't have a take on it.
No, it's true. You gotta participate. And even if you could just go on Letterboxd and kind of compile a take. You know what I'm saying? If you're a gold member, just take a little from column A, a little from column B, and there you go. You got it. Repackage
I pay a little more, but it's worth it for me.
Yeah, it's super worth it. All right. Well, look, how long gone? Jason, I know you're wearing your Gap Victoria Beckham hoodie right now over there, and I hope you're getting a lot of compliments on it.
I saw a couple. Oh my God, I forgot. We were taking our Sunday morning stroll literally through the garden, and I see this guy. He's in a tour group, you know, with like the person holding the little flag and everyone has a little headset.
Yeah.
This guy he looks like he's from London, British looking guy. Full head and face tats. You know, when people have the like gargoyle horns on top of the head, just looked like a mean guy, menacing character, but he had like the skinny kind of like, you know, jeans with the holes in them, like fake Amiris kind of jeans. And then, you know, like the Louboutin white sneakers. And then on top, Stranger Things flannel. Like my man has killed people. My man has instructed his dog to kill a person. And he's got the Stranger Things flannel, and it was crispy.
Oh, he had the he
got it pressed with his Ben Davis.
That's
crispy.
That's fly, bro. I kind of think he got fly. I mean, I think that if you look like that and you scare people, you know that maybe you got to tone it down a notch. You know, you can't wear your creepers and your Doc Martens with white laces and your fucking Fred Perry.
Don't wear the the Jiu-Jitsu studio merch. Don't draw any more attention to the cauliflower ear.
Yeah, you're not able to wear your Smith and Wesson vintage tee, you know, to the garden.
Yeah, your whites only boxing gym.
Just I go a little more
No,
palatable.
we're full. We're full.
No, the Stranger Things flannel is a little more palatable for the audience in the garden.
I don't know. My kid got me into it. He would send me tapes in jail, and I don't know. I got hooked on it.
Dude, that's
It's one of those shows where if you're in jail, it's so good. It hits harder.
It feels like the only way I would watch Stranger Things if I was in jail. That's a.
It's like watching Hamnet on a plane.
The only way, bro.
It's the only way that fucking thing goes down, brother.
Only way. All right, how long gone? Thank you for listening. We'll be back on Tuesday, or whatever, Wednesday, I guess.
Oh yeah, this is for our download of the Met Gala.
Yeah, with Lynette, who's joining us again, year 2.
And we're taking it back for the fellas. I'm gonna call it the Met Ball.
There you go. Thank you. Put some fucking nuts on this thing for once. You know what I mean?
Elegant ball for elegant people only.
If I gotta look at those fucking heated rivalry guys in their Dolce and Gabbana gowns, we need to put some nuts on this thing.
Yeah.
Let's call it the ball.
I want to crop his crop top out of my frame,
dude.
I want to crop Corey story.
Connor story. If I have to see,
that's his evil.
I
gay
can't
name.
see these guys again, bro. It's because I forgot about them. And then Connor story last night was he was literally wearing a cropped denim jacket. He was paid by the Gap to wear this fit on TV. But I was like, I forgot about him. I really had forgotten.
Get the bag, honey.
I'd forgotten about him, and then he's back.
It'd be so cool to be like, hey, I'm gonna announce the band on SNL. Isn't that so fun? And then your manager's like, I think I can get you $300,000 for this as well.
Well, I mean, imagine being like,
how do you feel about crop tops? And they both laugh.
Do you think he know? Because Debbie Harry. Do you think he knows who Debbie Harry is? Real talk. I don't.
Hell no.
I don't either.
He knows that she's mother, but he has no idea what she does.
It's so cool. It's really cool that he's wearing a Gap Victoria Beckham sweatshirt and a cropped denim jacket and doesn't know who Debbie Harry is. That's really cool.
He thinks it's pronounced blonde and not blondie. He's like he gets a little like confused with the IE at the end.
Wait,
like,
what?
Is it like French? Is it like Doublon? I don't know.
I just won't say it. I'll just call her Debbie. I just won't say
You guys, I love old like music, like vintage stuff, like Blonde. It's like so good.
Vintage stuff. I just like love old music. Like I think it's really cool. Like I really like R&B stuff too.
My Nana used to listen to them, I think.
Old music. All right. Thank you for listening. HowLongGone.com is the website. We will talk to you guys later.
Bisous.